Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. The water level in the Angat Dam has dipped to below minimum operating level over the weekend. Pag-asa recorded the dam's water level at 179.99 meters on Saturday from the 180.45 the day before. The minimum operating level of the dam is at 180 meters. Meanwhile, at 6 a.m. today, the level sits at 179.28 meters, nearly 20 meters away from its critical level of 160 meters. As a result, water allocation may have to be reduced for irrigation and for the domestic use of Metro Manila residents. And on that note, both practical and traditional interventions are now being employed to increase the Angat Dam's reserves. Earlier, the Metropolitan Waterworks and Sewerage System, or MWSS, invited indigenous peoples to perform a ceremonial rain dance at the Angat Dam's view deck. About 20 IPs from the Kabayunan ancestral domain in Norzagaray, Bulacan participated. Meanwhile, MWSS is also reminding consumers to conserve water. Nevertheless, it's hoping that the water allocation for Metro Manila households will not be cut further as they are expecting the rains to come in the next few months.
Hindi pa naman natin nakikita na babawasan pa po tayo ng allocation from the Angat Dam since July, August, and September. Based from the projection of Pag-asa, we will be receiving near normal rainfall from the watershed.
This week, though, Maynilad customers will have to endure water service interruptions. About 600,000 people will be without or little water supply from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. starting Wednesday, July 12. Barangays affected are those in Caloocan, Malabon, Manila, Navotas, Quezon City, and Valenzuela. These interruptions are brought about by the first round of water allocation reduction from the Angat Dam. But the MWSS assures consumers that they are tapping other water sources.
Right now, the augmentation measures are already on place. So we are already implementing or operating the modular water treatment plants for those. We are getting water from the rivers within the Metro Manila.
For its part, Maynilad will be generating more water from its various augmentation projects. What this means is that the duration of water service interruptions scheduled for this week could be shorter than projected, or in a best-case scenario, may not be felt immediately. The West Zone concessionaire is also warning customers against storing too much water.
Hindi pa naman natin nakikita na babawasan pa po tayo ng allocation from the Angat Dam since July, August, and September. Based from the projection of Pag-asa, we will be receiving near normal rainfall from the watershed.
Time for a quick break. One News Now. We'll be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Senator Amy Marcos is questioning the presence of United States military planes in Manila and Palawan. The presidential sister and senator said a U.S. Air Force C-17 military transport plane landed in Manila on July 7, while another one was spotted in Busuanga, Palawan the following day, July 8. Senator Marcos described these as covert flights, since there is limited information on ongoing U.S. military activities in Philippine territory. The U.S. Embassy clarified that the flights were part of bilateral military exercises authorized by the Department of Foreign Affairs. Moving on to a report that has it that Pastor Apollo Quiboloy is resurrecting his group's YouTube channel. The controversial pastor's SMNI news channel is supposedly back on YouTube hours after the platform took it down. The network plugged its new YouTube channel in a Facebook post last July 7. So far, it has over 5,000 subscribers, a far cry from the 1.7 million subscribers that it had on its original YT page. Recall that YouTube's parent company Google took down Quiboloy's pages in compliance with U.S. sanction laws and related policies. Quiboloy is on the FBI's most wanted list for sex trafficking charges. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Mixed price adjustments are expected for fuel products this week. Tomorrow, July 11, Tuesday, diesel products are projected to become more expensive by up to 75 centavos a liter. On the other hand, gasoline products will be cheaper by 20 centavos per liter. Residents of Carmona in Cavite have voted to convert their municipality into a city. Over 30,000 locals cast their votes in favor of cityhood. That is an overwhelming majority compared to the 1,000 votes against turning Carmona into a city. And the Department of Migrant Workers is working on making Overseas Employment Certificates, or OECs, free for OFWs. The DMW is just waiting for the approval of their mobile app to make the initiative official. Once launched, the OECs will be replaced by the OFW Pass, which can be downloaded through the app. And in sports, Canada, Slovenia, and Poland chalked up wins in the Volleyball Nations League preliminaries. Canada recovered from an early game setback against China. Final score 23-25, 25-21, 25-17, and 25-18. In the second game, Slovenia bounced back from a straight set loss with a sweep of the Netherlands. The country ended the preliminaries with an 8-4 win-loss record for the 7th seed. In the last game of the triple header, the Polish squad silenced the Japanese crowd at the Mall of Asia Arena after their 25-17, 25-19, and 25-18 win. The game was non-bearing though, as both teams have secured berths in the quarterfinals. The VNL's top 8 teams will battle it out in the quarterfinals beginning July 19, with playoffs to be held in Poland. And down under, a startup is working on a greener way to enjoy coffee. One Melbourne-based company is making sure that nothing goes to waste when drinking that cup of joe. How about an edible coffee cup then? Let's find out more from this Bloomberg Quick Take.
This might look like a normal coffee cup, but it sure doesn't taste like one. These edible coffee cups by Australian startup Good Eddie are touted as a more sustainable alternative to the plastic-lined paper cups that are used by most major coffee chains. They're made from locally sourced oats and grains, making them 100% compostable, biodegradable, and edible. Even with a hot coffee in it, these cups stay crispy for about 40 minutes and can even not leak for up to 8 hours. Good Eddie says the carbon impact from one of their edible cups is about 27% lower than that of a normal paper coffee cup. Good Eddie isn't the only startup in this space. Latvian startup Edible Coffee Cups, for example, offers edible spoons and straws. But these edible cups are only a partial solution to our waste problem because of issues like scalability and consumer acceptance. For now, it's probably still best to use a reusable cup to try and reduce your carbon footprint.
One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.